test. To train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Each Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Pokemon, it's you and me. I know it's my destiny. Oh, you're my best friend in a world we must defend. Pokemon, our hearts so true, our courage will pull us through. You teach me and
If you don't give me my belt back, you've been wearing my belt every day since the first fashion show, the first photo shoot, the red and black belt. I be looking at you. Sometimes this is you, right? You try to put on your shirt. Your shirt lifts up a little bit while I see my belt. I want it back. I let you use it the entire year. It's time to give it back.
I really like, first of all, I remember the time that Dylan and I were at Hill. Well, everyone was at Hill. I forget what specifically it was for. And we're talking about, I don't even remember what we're talking about game, and Dylan and Brian were talking about like game with like Asian girls versus like white girls versus Hispanic girls. That was fun times. And then I was like, Dylan, do you ever ask girls if they want to get lost in the forest or something? And yeah, that was fun times. And then he told me, I remember him saying that he wanted to go to Woody's, and I just never heard a straight guy like straight up say I want to go to Woody's. So it was really cool that Dylan is that open-minded, and that meant a lot to me. And we still have to go, by the way, so I expect that to happen soon. But yeah, that was really cool, and I still feel a little bad about that time when I was running to find Nunu and I slammed the door into your face. But I'm glad that instead of wanting to kill me, you forgave me really soon. So that meant a lot. I just like how friendly you are, and yeah. I love you, Dylon.
We're like, oh, let's study in Huntsman Computer Lab. When's Computer Lab? We ended up Facebook stalking Brian. Actually, it wasn't me. I didn't participate in it. It was you. We started Facebook stalking everybody. And then we had a heart-to-heart. All of a sudden, that was the day you became unserious. From then on, you were just off the chart. Not off my unserious chart. You surpassed unserious. I don't know what you are. You're crazed. That's it. You're just crazed. Every time I see you, we hug. Not a regular hug. You have to make a little sound effect. Hold on, let me show you. Like that. You see this? You were in this room doing zoo. I just can't. Anyways, you know I love you, and I'm in denial, and now I want to talk about it.
The thing that I admire most about Dylon, and I know this is gonna sound retarded, but that like he understands like the amount of work that black females have to put into their hair, because he is doing the same with his hair. And that's like a really, I know that sounds stupid, and like there's a lot more other things to admire, but like that's kind of a serious thing.
Not only is Dylan unserious, I came to the conclusion that Dylan is black. Why? Let's go through the evidence. 1. Yesterday's status. What day is today? Give me the date.
The 10th.
The 9th. You put on status that, I'm eating Chinese food with a fork. What Chinese person eats Chinese food with a fork? Your dad will not be proud. All the stories you told me about the Chinese parents, no. You will be, no, just no. Dishonor to the family, no. Well, that's one piece of evidence that you're black.
That's good house. I was like, your hair?
Dylon runs like this. He runs like this everywhere.
And I was like, hi, I would really appreciate it if you listen to this.
Right, he goes from this to, hi, shut up right now,
this.
shut up. You're just like,
Which we appreciate.
I don't know who you are anymore.
So many personalities.
2, I've been looking at videos of you. It all, yes. Oh, I have that video. It all started. We were in Huntsman, NBA, cafe, whatever, and I was like, yo, let's make a video, da da da. We made a video. All of a said, I never heard this voice in my entire life. I said, oh, what's good, it's Cassie, blah, blah, blah. Also, I hear, yo, what's good, it's Dylan, you know what I mean, 215 reppin', blah, blah, you already know, da-da-da-da-da-da. And then we went to Brian or whatever. Later on that night, I'm looking at the video, I'm realizing, I have never heard this voice in my entire life. Dylan, you do not be talking like that. All of a sudden, camera came on, you start talking crazy, 215, you already know what it is, da-da-da, what's good, my people, blah, blah, blah. I was shocked. Ever since that day when I pointed it out, you went wild, showing people your real side, the real colors, which is not the color of your skin right now. Under it is black.
Dylon has this way where he makes you feel really cool when you're not being really cool. Like, I don't know how to say that, but like, he does this thing, like, especially like when we're commenting on dances and stuff like that. Like, before he says anything like negative, he says something that really like boosts your head, that makes you feel like you're just like the coolest choreographer in the world, even if your dance looks like shit. And then he kind of like, I mean, he might proceed in like ripping you apart, but like he does this thing where he just like makes you feel as if you're like really talented. And not that we aren't, but like I feel like that's a really interesting quality because I don't know, not speaking from my own like personal feeling boosted when Dylan compliments me, but like the sincerity behind it is something that I think is really special, which is what I admire most.
Alright, piece of evidence number 3. I didn't point this out, Toby pointed it out. You be wearing fitteds all day. One day you were like, oh, I'm gonna wear a do-rag. You know, I didn't even say anything. As your friend, I just couldn't say anything to you. I let you do what you gotta do because I accept you as my friend. One day, we're in the arts building, you came in, and you had like a little, what are things called? Whatever that hat is called. But I seen a little piece of black sticking out over here. And I be knowing every hairstyle you have at every angle. I know every single one of them. I never seen a hairstyle with a little piece of something over here. I realized you were wearing a do-rag. I was shocked. But you know, I just kept all comments to myself because you're my friend and I have to embrace you, your personality, and all the weird things that you do. But that was a piece of evidence. You be wearing do-rags, you talking all crazy, blah blah.
On here, they have to come visit.
And now Miss Dylan's like happiness. That kind of looks angry when I
won't
said
miss
that.
Dylon.
I meant
The do-rag and the chain and the fedora, it was just too much for me. He can leave.
Next. So now it's time for the freaking Valentine's Day dinner, blah 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 blah. Dates, who you taking, I'm taking da da da, whatever. All of a sudden, here come a little black girl, you know, I don't know if she was black, half Spanish, half, I don't know if she was mixed. Ever since that day, I've been noticing you be trying to get at the black girls all day. One time I overheard you saying like, my goal is to have black girls looking at me with admiration, da, da, da. I don't know. I wasn't in this conversation, but I was just like, Dylan is mad and serious right now. I actually can't.
I'm really like happy that Dylon feeds into my like stupid shit sometimes. Like, especially, and Cece too. Actually, the both of them, they really give into like my songs and stuff like that. Like even just now, we were downstairs singing some fucked up shit and where are we? Commons? We're in hell, right? We were in hell. And like, no one else sings that shit with me. And like, I can just burst into song at any minute and like, I just feel like I have a little like jig going and then like, it's all good. But also, like, Dylon gives into that like we're supposed to do this Neo dance. Or not this Neo dance, but this dance to this Neo song that was on So You Think You Can Dance. And I've been wanting to do that for like ever. It was like a fantasy of mine. But not like a sex fantasy, like a fantasy. And one day he's just like, Kara, I think we should do this Neo dance. Fuck yeah, we should do this Neo dance. And it's just like, who thinks like that?
Piece of evidence, I don't even know what piece of evidence number I'm on. 5 or 6. One of them, the next one. I be looking at you. You have mad confidence. You be like, I I can get that girl if I want to, blah blah, sex room, I'm looking at you, I'm like, you acting like one of my best friends who's black. I actually was very proud of you. I think I told you. I'm not gonna say too much. I'm not gonna reveal anything. But I was very proud of the actions and what happened and what you told me and all the little stories. I'm very proud. Anyways, you're black. You're mad tall. You're like 6'1" or 6, I don't know. You're tall. And in high school, I learned in my foreign policy class that Asians are short. I swear to God, that's what they taught us. And my teacher was Asian too, and that's what she said. And you came in here and you proved me wrong. But then again, you're not Asian, you're just black, so many people like Toby can tell you that you're black, Kara, Nen. That's just what you are. All I gotta say.
Dylan. Okay, the two words, but it's gonna be kind of my first thing. Musically, awesome.
Oh yeah. Very good in counts.
Oh, okay. I have another piece of evidence. Piece of evidence number, whatever number that is. One day, we went to the gallery, right? Went to Claire's. You sat down in the chair. Because I told you to sit down in the chair. When you were trying to stand over there, whatever, I said sit down in the chair. The woman came to pierce your ears. We already know the story of what went down and what almost didn't go down the second time in a row. Anyway, just know that who influenced you to get your ears pierced? It was me. Not one ear, 2 ears? You're black.